1-0 them right now. They got a quick, you know, kind of unfortunate goal.
Okay.
Nice job, Micah. Good job, Micah! Anna, cover back! Anna, cover back! Cover middle! Nobody know who you're guarding. Rosie, get on the inside of her. Get on the inside of her. There you go. Nice, Paige. Go, Malia.
That's a pretty good picture. Got the zoom on.
Yeah. And then it's real easy because it's just like 2 clicks and you put it on YouTube. Yeah, and then all team can watch it. Yeah. And then I have, like, my parents are in Ohio and Virginia. Yeah, my wife's parents. So the grandparents,
yeah. I know, I'm a grandparent.
Yeah.
I know they love it.
So they can watch that. And then I got a little, like, editing app where I can just put together the highlights, make like a, 3, 4, 5 minute, video. And I put like some music to it. Kids love that. Yeah.
I am not a geek. What's the one where you don't know anything about computers? When I got a smartphone, and it's so smart that I have to go see my grandkids to get this stuff for me. Can you put this app on or find this for me? In fact, I had to go to Verizon yesterday because somehow I hit a button and turned on my
everything.
Nothing was ringing. I'd watch the phone to see if it flashed, but nothing on no notification sounds at all.
Yep,
I'm bad at fat fingering.
Well, and historically speaking, we live in an interesting time. I mean, history books 500 years from now will be like the technological.
Well, I've been around. I'm 74.
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of really nice inventions that changed our way of living, but I wonder how in the hell did we survive without these smartphones? You know what I'm saying? We do everything with it.
Yeah,
I can't even remember phone numbers anymore.
I know. You used to have a bunch of phone numbers memorized, but we don't bother doing that anymore.
No, we don't do that anymore.
And just, kids would go off and do something, and the parents wouldn't know until they got back.
And the safety aspect. My wife works sometimes till 10 o'clock at night, and it's nice to know that she's got the phone if she's got a problem.
Yeah.
Or she's got to call.
Yeah, that is really nice. Yeah, and it's just, there'll be good and bad that comes from it, but it's just going to be, it definitely, it's amazing. Like the smartphone's only like 2 years old, something like that. Like it's so embedded in how we live our lives now, but it's not that old at all. And just, and then computers aren't that old, as far as being used by the population. Historically speaking, we've barely started, this new, like you've had other things, the Industrial Revolution, printing press. This is just going to be one of those eras where
I think I was 5 years old. We lived in Lubbock, and we lived in what they call quad. There was 4 buildings with 4 families, like apartments. And the people in the yard, watch the TV, all black and white. Now, this was 1951, 1952. And like I say, I remember when my parents got a TV, all black and white, no color. The TVs nowadays, it's just unbelievable.
Oh, I know. And then, well, and it's going to be interesting too, because like your generation grew up, lived a lot of their life without the technological change.
Oh yeah.
My generation grew up kind of as it was coming. Like we kind of grew up with it, but I didn't get a cell phone until like I think my first year of college. So I had a lot of my life without too much technology. But my kids, listen, like you're starting to have a generation that are becoming teenagers.
Well, my grandkids,
that this is all they've known.
My grandkids, especially my grandson, who's a senior in high school now. He's the youngest child of all my grandchildren.
Yep.
And he was using a smartphone when he was 2 years old.
Yeah.
Doing the games.
Yeah. It's like, even we have awareness of, well, this is life without them. And this is with them, and just kind of notice how addicted you get to it versus not.
Yeah.
And I'll just be curious. I'm a mental health therapist. So I like thinking about these things. But just kind of see. Ooh, that was a good stop by that goalie. Yeah, that was a good strike. But you don't see many goalies at this level that actually catch those. Even if they block them, they don't catch them. That was great. But yeah, it'll just be interesting to see what happens. As people just
get better and better. The phones do. 5G now, fast service.
Yeah, and we don't even know when like the technological advancement of these things are gonna slow down at all.
I'll never forget. I was a sophomore in high school, and we had a math class. And the teacher come out. We'd never seen one before. She come out with a big old box like this. About that thick, I guess. It's a calculator. First calculator we ever seen, and all it did was add, subtract, divide, and multiply. Didn't have all the other buttons that a calculator would have now. And in fact, the year before, I had just learned how to use a slide rule. We used slide rules, and she brought that calculator out, and she told the class, she says, one of these days, the whole world is going to be run by computers. And we laughed at it, because the computer back then was reel-to-reels, and had these giant rooms, and these things were 10 foot tall, and we laughed at her. We thought she was funny, but she was right on. I mean, she was right on.
Yeah. Well,
we can't. If a computer goes down now in a store or wherever, everything's lost.
Well, the other interesting thing that's happened during this is, throughout human history, part of like the respect of elders is that they knew really vital information. Like the old farmer, like the old hunter.
Oh yeah.
Like they had all of the, let me teach you how to succeed at the most important thing in your life, farming or hunting or whatever. And for the last 20 years, as this technology is new, the older generations are not the people who know how to use computers. And so there's still other reasons to respect your elders and stuff, but it kind of turned that on its head, where people feel like, well, the most important thing of understanding how to use technology is understood by the younger people.
My two grandfathers were farmers. My dad was a farmer. The most important magazine to them every year was the Farmer's Almanac. That gave them all the information that
they use to make their judgment calls.
And it's by area. So there was a Farmer's Almanac for Texas, for Oklahoma, vice versa.
And so, like, that's just a different dynamic there too.
Offsides on a throw-in, right?
Yeah.
It can be offside.
The only time you're offside is if there's a forward pass.
Correct.
then there's a feeling, I think that, well, if you don't know anything about computers and technology, do you know anything about anything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot of people feel that way.
But it's,
everything is run by the computer, so you have to know a little bit. And I did when I was in distribution. I knew enough to keep me going and keep up with what was happening in the warehouse. When I got out of high school, if you got a job making $10,000 a year, that was super good money.
Yeah.
That was really good money. Now you make $10,000 and you're poor.
Well, and my dad, he paid his way through college by painting in the summers.
Yeah, I'm no great.
Try painting your way through college now by painting 3 months a year.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hard.
Yeah. My dad had us mowing yards.
Yep. We had, when I was real little, we had, my dad bought 4 acres of my grandpa's 80-acre farm. So over at the barns, we had hogs, and then we had steers for a while, and then
you what real work was.
Yeah. And then my way to make money, I baled hay for my uncle. That was my money making thing. And then a couple in high school. There were a couple shop teachers at their summer job. Their whole career was that they'd build a duplex every summer. And then so we get retirement age, we're going to have 30, 40 duplexes, and we have the skills to be the landlord.
Yep.
And that'll be our retirement. And so I did a couple summers working with Dad, and I did a couple, because my dad was a school teacher, so he had summers off, so we both worked that together. Come on, Anna, put that home. Almost. Number 11's my girl out there. Did that, and so just working that life.
I make sure that my 3 sons knew what real work was.
It's hard living in suburban life. It's hard to actually have enough work to give your kids. Like around manual labor. We give them as much jobs around the house as soon as they can learn how to do it. But
you can't beat the farm, though.
No.
Like I say, the everyday rich will get up early in the morning, go slop the hogs.
Yeah,
and get the eggs from the chickens.
Yeah.
Feed the chickens.
My dad grew up on a dairy farm. You just never get to take a break. Those cows have to be milked every morning, every night.
Yeah.
It's it doesn't matter. That's a real slavery.
My granddad had 1 dairy cow for the family. So we always had fresh milk, fresh butter.
Yep.
Now you can't even eat the butter. It's bad for your heart. In fact, I can't even drink milk anymore. Bad for the cholesterol.
Yeah.
Instead of drinking milk, they got me taking calcium pills. Isn't that crazy how everything changes?
Yeah. We just got back, my wife's mom passed away last week, and we were in Virginia. My sister, she has a 400-acre ranch in Virginia, 20 minutes from my wife's parents. So we stayed there. So the kids, they came to the wake and the funeral, but the rest of the time my wife is taking care of stuff with family and everything. And we were just at my sister's ranch, and boy, those kids, they live the work life. Beef ranch. They've just got everything there. They've got chickens and cows. We were there, deer hunting season. The last evening we were there, I dropped off 1 nephew in 1 deer stand, and he's 9. Dropped his 10-year-old brother off in another stand.
Wow.
And then my daughter Anna and I sat in another one, and we just hear all kinds of shooting over those 2 stands. And big herd of deer was over there, and they were running back and forth between the 2 stands, but he shot a big 8-point buck. His first shot hit hit the buck in the antler. You believe that? Shot the antler off. The deer didn't go anywhere. He shot him another time.
At least he got another shot.
Yeah, I
The deer
know.
was probably just a little confused. with
I
what
know,
was going
like
on.
had his bell rung a little bit. Those deer antlers, I mean, because you know, those deer antlers are on there. They're on there tough.
They're pretty hard.
Yeah. But I mean, how many 9, 10-year-olds these days are out? I mean,
Not a lot.
out shooting a rifle.
I let mine hunt at that age, but they sat in the blind with me. I didn't leave them by themselves. But I mean,
Yeah, but they've been
I'll
sitting.
say,
Yeah.
farming community. My kids weren't farmers. We lived in Dallas by
Yeah.
the time, but they're city boys.
Yeah.
The farming community, you know, they seem to me they're more mature.
They are. I mean, well,
More mature than the city kids.
yeah. I mean, they've got to learn how to do more things.
And I think that's,
You know, especially the farming.
to me, I call it part of what's wrong with the world nowadays.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean,
My kiddos were given too much and expected to be given too much at that point. And I think that's where what they call them, millennials now. the
Yeah.
new ones. They've all been given so much they don't know how to earn it themselves.
yeah. Which is one reason I kind of like sports, because it's just one of those areas where you kind of have to work hard. You know, it's just one of those areas where, well, my kids have to learn. I don't overly care how good they get or not, you know. But my main message is I want you to play hard. Like I want to see my kids have some kind of work ethic.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, just know how to work hard at something.
There you go. Work ethics is one. I mentor the young referees.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that is one of the problems is trying to teach some of them the ethics. Some of them have got it, and can get it, but some of them don't have it and they don't want to have it.
Yeah.
They don't even try.
Yeah, they're not even motivated. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, part of it is then in the farming community, you're working around stuff that kills you. Horses, cattle, equipment.
Oh yeah.
I mean, tragedy happens pretty quick out there, and you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta be paying attention. You know, we were out there. There's a priest who boards a horse out at their ranch. And he comes out 4 or 5 days a week, and this horse has saddle PTSD issues. Like, it's a lively horse that doesn't, you know, it's really well trained.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You mind if I ask you a question? I was just trying to understand the offsides on a throwing rule. I thought, is it
There is
different in the
none.
kids?
You cannot be offsides on any situation other than a forward pass. That's the only time they
Okay.
can be offsides.
He came over and asked you, and he came back and said, "Yep, she was offsides on a throw-in."
No. He must miss a, no.
Okay.
I told him the same thing.
Yeah.
Only time you can be offside.
Maybe he thought that forward throwing pass because she threw it.
Sorry if I confused y'all.
Yeah. Yes, we were out there. So he's trying to work this horse in the corral, and he tries to get the saddle on, and he's trying to get this horse more comfortable with it. Horse goes nuts, you know, and he's got this half put on saddle back around his legs, you know, crashes through the fence, you know, like, that's what you get on the farm.
Horses and mules I've had to deal with in my earlier days. Yeah.
We got horses growing up.
My uncle was a horse trainer.
Yep.
We'd go to the sales, horse sales on Saturdays. He'd buy some of the worst goddamn horses, and I'd ride them and break them. And then he would sell them. Mules are pretty bad, but horses are the dumbest animal I've ever had to deal with.
Come on, Anna. Nice pass.
I was never a horse whisperer.
Somebody gave my mom a rescue horse. Yeah, and we had cows and pig. Like, we knew animals decent, but horses were their own. I kind of, you know, like pigs, kind of like toddlers. You know, like you could, you know, appropriately manhandle them. Like you can pick them up, you can take them where you go. You know, with pigs, you can use boards and stuff, move around. Horses are just too powerful. You know, like,
Oh yeah.
you know, you get a physical you're gonna things are gonna get broken and hurt. Yeah.
A friend of mine that his dad was a professional rodeo and steer wrestlers.
Oh, I love those guys.
And his horses, he had a breed line of horses, the thoroughbreds, 16, 17 hands tall.
Yeah.
And he had a couple of mares, and I was feeding the mares in the afternoons. And the trough here and they're in the stall, and I went in the stall with a bucket of feed, and I guess I was dilly-dallying around. I'm not going to say I was paying a whole lot of attention. But that mare got tired of waiting on me, dilly-dallying around. She turned around, and when I saw her shift her weight to her front legs, I just fell to the ground, and that saved my life. Because she put two hooves right on the wall. It would have been me instead of the wall.
That was like,
all I did was crawl out of there.
And it's one of those things where, you know, I don't at all advocate being cruel to horses, but after you see horses with each other, they kick each other all the time.
All the time.
It's like, I just remember thinking, I can't hurt this horse. Like, not with my body. You know,
I learned my lesson, you know, riding the horses. I rode them every day in the afternoon after work. You got to keep a horse riding him to be able to sell him to somebody that wants to ride a horse.
Yeah.
Because they'll get wild.
I know.
And
they get that pent-up energy.
One day I made a mistake, and instead of riding in the pasture over here by myself, I went over where the horses were, and sure enough, I got kicked in the leg because that horse was kicking at the other horse.
Yeah, kicking at the other horse.
They hurt.
Oh, yeah. I think horse person, when we first got horses, one of the first things they said is horses are not four-wheelers. You know, like, they're just a big animal with their own mind.
Yeah,
you just can't, like, leave it for 3 months and show up and turn the key and go
yeah,
off on a ride.
Yeah.
You know, like, you got to put a lot of time in with the horse for it to be.
You do. You got to ride.
You got to ride.
Steady ride.
You know, riding, groundwork. I mean, there's just a lot of work that goes into a horse doing a good job for you.
Well, he had a beautiful buckskin mare, and I'd ride it. But I had to be careful. You get her in a run.
Yeah.
She didn't like running. If you get her in a run, she'd run for the barbed wire fence and stop. Just
throw on the brakes.
Yeah, right there at the fence and throw you off.
Yeah.
Every time. Oh, it was neat to see.
Yeah. My sister.
But that mule just never did like me.
There's my sister on the ranch. They had like their chicken coop barn out in the middle of the pasture, and they bought 2 donkeys. Donkeys are supposed to like be predator control. You know, foxes and coyotes come by.
They put them with sheep a lot.
Yeah, they clear them out.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
See them in West Texas, the ranchers that raise sheep. They'll have a donkey or 2.
Yeah. They're cute. Yeah, I like those big ears.
My dad had mules when I was a young child, before he ever got his first tractor. And my granddad had mules for plowing. So I was around them big old mules. They work all that gum day long.
Yeah, they're just. I've never been up close that much with mules. You know, it's amazing how strong they are. Go get it, Anna! Get it, Anna! All right, big touch, big touch. There you go. Nice, Anna! Get there, Rosie! Get there, Rosie! Nice!
I didn't hard like
Go, Anna. Big pass middle, pass middle. Run forward, Anna. Good try, Rosie. Good pass, Anna. All right, go to the ball, girls. Nice work, Paige. Good pass, good pass. Anna, get forward. Go forward, Anna. Put that home, Anna. Great passes, girls. Go get it, Anna. Good try, Paige. All right, Paige, be ready. Paige, be ready. Get forward, Anna. Get up there, Anna. Anna, move up. Pass the middle. Anna, crack that shot. All right, Anna, use your wheels. Nice, go chase it down. Cross it middle, cross it. Get it, Anna. Nice, good work, girls, good teamwork. Nice pass. Go forward, Lily. Go forward, Lily. Go, Adriana! Nice, nice! Shoot it, Lily! Shoot it! Nice. Corner kick. Corner kick. Corner. Back post, Rosie. Back post. Here it comes. Nice ball, Malia. A little higher. Get over to that front row. All right, be ready, girls. Be ready, Rosie. All right, turn around, Lily. Turn around, Lily. All right, Lily, be ready. It's coming here. Go get that, Lily. Nice pass. Do it again. Go get it, Lily. Shoot it, Lily. Nice, throw it in, Lily, throw it in. Throw it in, throw it in. Throw it to Rosie. Nice, chase it down, chase it down. Go get that, Lily. Get that Paige. Good hustle, Anna. Here you go. Big shot, big shot. Oh. Good pass, Paige. Be ready, Lily. Be ready, Anna. Come on, Lily. Get forward, Anna! Middle! Good pass! Good job, goalie. Good job, keeper.
Give her somewhere to go. Move it. Let's go. Defense, move it. Roll it out. Roll it. Let's go.
Be ready, Anna. Get it, Lily. Get it, Lily. Get forward, Anna! Go get that, Anna! Ah, good idea, Paige! Go get that, Anna! Nice pass! Good pass, Lily! Be ready, Paige! Shoot it! Oh. Shoot it, Lily! Fight, win it back, Lily, win it back! There you go, good pass! Shoot it, Micah. Nice pass. Settle it. Oh. You ready, Micah? Good job, Abby. Outside the box. Come on, Micah. Shoot that girl. Oh. Good job, keeper. Good pass, Malia. Nice, Lily. Get it, Lily. Pass middle. Stay on side, Lily! Stay on side, Lily! Throw middle, Anna! Lily! Middle! Middle, Malia, middle! Look to Lily! Middle! Look to Lily, middle! Good job, keeper! Good shot, Paige! Nice, Adriana! Shoot it! Shoot it! Big shot! Kick it hard! Kick it hard! Corner! Corner! Micah, corner! Anna, top of the box! Good cross, Malia. Go get it, go get it! job, Anna. Oh, good try, Paige. Time.